Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Topham and with me this week is Derek. Hey man, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Things are going well. I've got some stuff to do, like make granola and just chill out all afternoon. So, yeah, things are going alright. Recently it was TwitchCon. I saw some things from it, but you were there. And how was it?
It was good. It was nice going to. It was basically how I went to my second RTX, just by myself, not knowing anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was gonna be a little bit scary, but it actually turned out to be just as good as a RTX.
Excellent.
Yeah, just because everyone was so welcoming and all that jazz, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like, you know, one person, then they introduce you to like 10 more people.
Oh, awesome.
Exactly.
So it sounds like it's a rather good community building event.
Oh yeah, it definitely. I didn't go to any panels or anything. It was just mainly hanging out on the show floor, spending my money in the art gallery or artist gallery, artist alley, whatever it is called.
Yeah.
And then just walking around the floor, and I got to meet some streamers, but other than that, it was just mainly hanging out with the community.
Awesome.
Which is
awesome.
10 out of 10, top notch.
Nice. Would do again.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, how much do you stream?
I don't stream that often, because of my work schedule. I just work so weird hours every week. It's never consistent.
Yeah.
But I want to do a little bit more, be a little bit more consistent. It's just whenever I have time, it's usually when everyone else is already asleep.
Yeah.
So later at night.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about just saying, you know what, why not, and just do it anyway, because I mean, there are some people who are awake, and who cares? It at least gets me in the routine of streaming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because everyone there is just a big motivation for you to do it, if anything. And that's why I love doing it, is because they got me that motivation back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. What things do you usually stream? Do you like stream various things, or like?
Recently, what I have been streaming is just Overwatch with friends, because that's the most easiest to banter with them.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, there's always something happening on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's usually it. I was gonna try to get back into League of Legends, as bad as that is.
Yeah.
But that I had Andres with me doing that, so I was like, oh, that shouldn't be too bad. And
awesome.
I think for my next actual stream that I want to do, I want to start on Nier. And continue with the Uncharted series. I think I'm on Uncharted 3 now.
Ah, nice. You're playing Uncharted 4 with the alarm, weren't you?
Yeah, I was playing the multiplayer. I never played the
style thing.
Yeah, I never played the single player of it though.
Okay. Yeah, Uncharted's fun. I played through 1, 2, and 3, and then Tomb Raider came out, and I was just like, oh, I have a soft spot for Tomb Raider. Oh.
I need to finish the second one as well on that.
I haven't even started the second one. It's like one of those games that I'm just like, yes, I will get that, and then never got around to getting it. I think it came out on Xbox early, didn't it? And then it eventually came out on PS4.
Yeah, I think that's what killed the hype for me. Is because it came out so early for Xbox One, I had to wait a year, then my hype just died down.
Yeah. I might pick it up at some point. I don't know. That's an interesting game. So yeah, cool. Yeah, streaming seems like fun. And yeah, there's a lot of people streaming. I've been just during my time just browsing through Twitch trying to find interesting people to watch. And you know, I'm not going to say it's difficult to find interesting people, but it's difficult to find people that I personally want to jump into chat with.
That's the same. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Because afterwards, I was like, all right, let me get into look for more streamers that I normally wouldn't follow. So I look at the top viewers of this game and this game, and I'm looking at them. I'm just like, no one really seems that interesting. At least to me, I should say, because they're interesting to some people. But I don't know. I think I like to watch the streamers that aren't super 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 big, because you get more of an interaction with them, and even with their audience too.
Yeah. I see Ray stream from time to time, and watching his streams are good because he interacts with chat and he's a naturally funny person, and we have an affinity for him anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you see these massive streamers, you're just like, oh, chat's going too fast, and you're gonna get those people who are asking awkward questions that no one really needs to answer.
Oh, exactly.
But they need to be addressed, and so when you're watching smaller streamers, there's more interaction. It's more fun to watch as a viewer. It's just finding the right games that people are playing as well. So if people are playing Destiny, it's likely that they'll be in a fire team. So they're already interacting with people, but they're the fact that they are talking with one another is the bit that's interesting,
and not just sitting there watching the game.
Yeah, and then there's other games where there's I don't know. It's things like puzzles. I don't really enjoy watching people because I'm just I will try and think of how to do this puzzle myself and not really enjoy it.
I feel it.
But yeah, there's certainly some games out there that I probably could enjoy watching. I just need to go and find them and find the right people streaming them as well. So I might go on a Twitch quest to try and find some cool people.
Yeah.
Especially as Jen streams really frequently as well. RT Low Zelda. And she's doing all right at the moment, which is cool. And she has a specific set schedule of things to do. So if you turn up on Wednesdays, she's going to be building Lego. If you turn up on Thursday, she's going to be wearing a tiara and getting drunk, and that's cool. That's a cool thing to just experience. And everyone there, it takes some time to get to know everyone, but once you're in with them, it's now we have all of these chat friends that we didn't have before.
Exactly.
So that's a cool thing.
And what's cool about that is too is you could watch. So say if she's done and she hosts someone, more than likely who she's hosting is going to be someone you guys both like. And you know what, that helps broaden, or I guess not the term, open your mind to other streamers too. Yeah.
Just here, experience this streamer, I enjoy them, so you probably will as well.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Cool. So what's also been going on has been, I think, Paris Games Week.
The Sony in Paris conference.
Yeah. So from there, we have seen a trailer, a 5-minute trailer for The Last of Us 2.
It was so literally Ewan told me in the group chat we're in, and I just dropped everything. And I think I just woke up then too.
Oh.
And sprang up, reached for my phone. I was like, I gotta watch this now.
Yeah. I was like, I have to see this now, and it was a bit grim, but
it was
good. And it doesn't give too much away it doesn't give anything away about the game.
No,
at all, really.
Did you watch the interview with the Neil Druckmann too afterwards?
I have not yet.
Basically, they don't reveal anything about it too. They're just we're not going to tell you anything when it is or who the people are. We're going to just leave that all up to you.
Oh my god, that's going to be awesome. The first one was so good.
I am I've been waiting for this one for so long.
Yeah. It's the trailer's just brutal. I wasn't expecting it as well. where like they say that it's so difficult to describe, isn't it? Like there's some men who hang a woman up or a girl up with some rope, and then someone comes and attacks them, and then they break her arm with a hammer, and I'm just like, oh god, I can't watch. I was like, oh, that was it was all a bit stressful.
Which is funny because I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, wow, I think I'm getting desensitized to like stuff in video games because the violence just doesn't like make me go, oh wow, that's violence right there or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I saw this, I was like,
Then I saw that.
I'll do it.
Yeah. I was like, oh god, that's so yeah. Certainly made me shrivel up a bit. Like, don't want to see that much. But yeah, the trailer was great. It's like 5 minutes long. I highly recommend anyone who is interested in the first one to check it out. And yeah.
Now, what is you want for the second game? Do you want them to be just new people, or do you want Joel and Ellie still?
I don't really know. I just want something that plays similarly and has all of like the elements that made the first one so great. The fact that you could play as the two characters, although that was at different points in the game. Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be nice if you could like at will choose between the two characters and then like define the path that you're taking through the game.
Mm-hmm. Like kind of like there was a game that was like that where it's like they have the same outcome, but there's just two different stories telling.
Yeah, I'm sure I know which one you're talking about as well, and I just cannot remember for the life of me what it is. Yeah, and like to solve problems, rather than say one person does all the work, you've got to switch between the two characters to like solve the problems. Because you can be in different parts of it, rather than just like directing the other person to do something. But yeah, like that'd be a cool improvement to see from Last of Us 1. And like, yeah, because you get to winter in Last of Us 1 and you're playing as Ellie, who's looking after a sick Joel. And yeah, like, if they were to like, if you were to be able to switch throughout the game. Oh, there was a DLC where you could play as Ellie as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, the Left Behind, but that focused with her in the during the winter, and her in the past as well before she met Joel.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. No, I'm interested to see where the game goes. I'm excited. That trailer made me realise that there's still. Ooh, yes. If you put some decent sound effects to some things, still makes me go, I don't want to see that really.
Yep.
And that was cool. And then also what came out was the Curse of Osiris DLC for Destiny 2, which looks real good.
Actually, it's going to probably get me back into Destiny again because
woohoo!
No offense to Destiny, I feel like there's not that much endgame content.
No, there isn't, not at all. So that's a bit I'm struggling with as well at the moment. I'm just like, oh, I have done everything.
Yep.
I'll only play if like people are playing and they want to play PvP. Actually, we haven't done the raid, so the raid's still looming as something for us to do. But like, I don't know. It's
Wait, you haven't finished the raid either?
No, I haven't finished the raid. We just haven't. Like, we haven't even got around to it. Like, we've given it one solid attempt. And that was, like, with a random. And it was not the best. It didn't go particularly smoothly.
Was that, like, before anyone knew what to do on it?
Yeah, pretty much. It was on the first week it came out, and we all tried to go in blind. And we cleared the first encounter, which was the baths that week. And then got to the dogs and slowly figured out what to do. And then, yeah, we just ended which was just like, okay, we've been playing for enough time, we need to stop playing, because we'd probably been playing 2.5 hours, 3 hours at that point, and people just getting fed up with one another, as is the way things go.
So do you know what happened, or did you try to like keep yourself?
Most of us have looked it up. I watched Achievement Hunter do it, which might have been some of the best decisions I've made recently, because the videos of them doing it are hilarious.
I know. I was like, because I was debating. I was like, do I want to keep it a secret, or do I want to just watch Achievement Hunter? Because I've been hearing they've been like you said, they've been getting some good content on that. Mm-hmm. Especially the last one. I think the last one was just hilarious.
The last one was amazing. There was so much arguing, and like, based on what they said in one of the podcasts as well, there's an argument between Ryan and Jack that didn't even make the cut of the final episode.
Oh, really? Dang.
That was particularly vicious. I'm just like, oh no, that must have been serious.
But that's destiny.
Yeah. And yeah, Alfredo just like made that video as well. He was just absolutely class. He was so funny, just him raging at everyone. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching Achievements play it. But yeah, Destiny 2 as a whole does feel like it's a bit flat, and there's a lot of like end game stuff that we had in Destiny 1 that's missing. Mm-hmm. And also the fact that you're unable to choose a strike.
Yeah, that I don't
is really difficult, because it's been out, what, 7 or 8 weeks at this point?
Came out.
And over the last week, over the last week, I played the Pyramidion Strike for the first time on the playlist. I just hadn't had it come up before. So, yeah. And, like, considering there's a pool of 5 strikes to choose from, the fact that I haven't had one of them in 2 months is ludicrous.
And the fact that, yeah, you just got...
You just can't choose it. So, yeah. So, that was absolutely insane. I was just like, I want to do this strike, and there was no way for me to do it other than just like queue in a playlist until it shows up.
Even then, like even the trophies are super easy to get.
Yeah, like all of them are just unlock a subclass fully, I think.
Unlock a subclass. There's a trials one. There's the expert on the raid or nightfall, and then the raid.
Mm-hmm.
And still
Yeah, and the Nightfall, like the Prestige Nightfall, we ran it the other day, and there was like no issue with it at all.
I know, yeah.
It wasn't tough.
Mine the other week, or like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and like you can run the raid on normal mode, and from what I've been hearing, the raid on normal mode gives a few less tokens for loot than the prestige mode, but aside from that, there's a few increases in difficulty. But there's no like unique loot for the prestige mode, so doing it on prestige isn't really worth it. It's not. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, that's a bit disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. I prefer how they do it with like the fact that you've got revive tokens, but overall, yeah. It's I don't know. It just feels a bit flat.
It does easily, but I mean, hopefully this DLC will give more, and they heard their audience and go, okay, we need to like not just make the DLC, but add more stuff with it.
Yeah, and then they also had a stream, or they were at an event recently, where they talked about like the seasons in Destiny and how they're going to be going on for 3 months each, and the live team's going to bring new things to it each time, and they're going to address the balance of the game every 3 months with the change of the seasons. The next season's going to start when the Curse of Osiris DLC comes out, which is on the 5th of December, and then like clan rewards resets, and what other things go on? Like, it sounds like there's going to be like new sets of weapons being released with each new season, which means you'd be chasing new loot every time a season comes up.
Not everyone's
which
running
is
the mine and mini tool.
Yeah, hopefully not. So yeah, it's it's certainly interesting what they're doing with the game. It's just a shame that it started and there was a month of good stuff, and then it's fallen off for the PC release, and then there's going to be another like 2 or 3 weeks of exciting stuff with the PC, and then it's going to fall off, and then the DLC is going to come out, and whereas they probably could have managed it so that there wasn't any drop off.
Yep.
Like, and I don't know. Yeah, like there wasn't any drop off, and so the end game felt rewarding for the time in between the game being released and the other thing, the DLC being released. So yeah, and like fill a season full of stuff. So we've had one Iron Banner so far. We're expecting another one before the season's finished. Trials of the Nine should start up again this weekend, and there should be a patch this weekend actually to address the PvP, like the game modes as well, to like reduce the increase the clash score count to 70, but reduce the control score count down. I'm not sure what to. It might be 90 or 80. And then increase the supremacy score cap, but also award a point on a kill and a point for a capture, so the game mode plays differently. So yeah, that's a really interesting change as well. And then they're changing like survival from 3-minute rounds down to 2-minute rounds, but have 6 stock lives instead of 8 as before, to make it a bit faster paced.
That's good.
I don't think there's been any change to the countdown game mode, as far as I can tell. And then yeah, there's also changes to like an emote that let people walk through walls, which is why Trials got cancelled for 2 weeks. There was an
emote that let people walk through walls?
Yeah, there was an emote that like replicated the Monty Python Ministry of Silly Walks. And if you did it next to a wall, it'd let you walk into the wall. And then you could be behind a wall and unkillable, basically. But it let you shoot out as well. So, it was a bit broken.
Nice.
And so they cancelled Trials when they found out people could do that. And like some of the top players had been exploiting it as well on stream. So, yeah. Trials have been cancelled, and hopefully they're addressing those issues. But have you been playing Mario Odyssey?
I have been.
I've seen it's come out, and it looks very enjoyable. What do you make of it?
I think the average of the game is 9.97.
Oh my god! Okay.
Which is higher than Zelda.
I
don't know. I've been playing it. I like it, and I want to keep on playing it. But I'm not sure if I rate it better than the new Zelda. Like, I felt okay. So I'm not gonna spoil the ending or anything, but at the end of Zelda, once I beat it, I was like, I kind of wish I didn't, because I want to relive that experience again. Just because it was so powerful, and the story was just so... It wasn't the greatest story, but it was like well enough to where I was like, okay, I could dig that. This Mario is kind of like the same thing. I mean, spoilers for Mario Odyssey. Bowser kidnaps Peach. Here you go, say Peach. I wonder what's going to happen at the end of the game. And we all know what's going to happen at the end of the game. He's going to save her, and it's going to go, yay! Whether Zelda, it had a different, like, Link's going to go save Zelda, but she doesn't go exactly the way you planned out. But it's still a fun game. Like I said, I can't stop playing it. I bring my Switch to work so I can play on my lunch.
Nice.
But yeah, I dig it. It's there are no power-ups in this game. You use your hat and you take over over enemies, and those are your power-ups. So there's no fireball, there's no Tanuki suit or anything. It's just whatever creature you could put your hat on.
Fair enough. That's made me a little disappointed. I didn't realise. I was like, I didn't know that. Because of all the games I want to play, like Super Mario 3D World, like the most, because that looks like so much fun. But yeah,
I mean, it's a good. I like it. Because you aren't going to be small Mario in this. It looks like you're just big Mario, so you don't need any mushrooms or anything like that. It does take a little bit used to with the whole hat, but I'd say they did that well.
Okay, cool. Is it a multiplayer game as well? Like, can you play it multiplayer?
Apparently, it is. Where one person controls the hat and the other person controls the Mario, but I haven't tried that with anyone.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's like if it's the hat could go off and do its own thing, or you have to wait until Mario throws you.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know anything like it, so it sounds interesting, but I don't really know what to make of it other than it sounds good and it's getting like great reviews. So maybe I'll have to try and experience it some way.
I would definitely recommend it. I'm not sure if it's like worth getting a switch over for the one game, but it's definitely if you have a Switch, I would recommend.
Right. Breath of the Wild certainly looks interesting as well.
Oh yeah, that one is probably my favorite Nintendo Switch game. So
yeah, I think. Well, I've watched. Usually, it doesn't happen to me. Usually, I watch people play games, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I've experienced that game. Whereas I watched the Grumps play it, and once it was done, I was just like, I want to play that game. Really do. So, it's yeah, that must speak to. I don't know. It speaks to me as it's an open world game. Like Skyrim was a lot of fun, and other open world games that none of which spring to my head right now were a lot of fun. Like Fallout, there you go. Same company, but yeah, Fallout and Skyrim spring to mind immediately, and they're like thoroughly enjoyable open world games. Breath of the Wild just looks like it's an improvement on those style of games. And yeah, it just looks really enjoyable. Anyway, I'm sure I've spoken with other people about Breath of the Wild plenty anyway, because yeah, it looks so good. But yeah, cool. And the day we're recording this is Halloween, which is interesting because I might have been over here for one Halloween, but I can't really remember it. And I think it was like the first trip I made over, and like no one trick or treats near Rachel's house, but we're going over to her parents' house to because there's kids in that neighbourhood, so we're going to go over there and hand out candy. And we carved up a pumpkin yesterday, which was a lot of fun. I haven't really done it before, and so we were trying to think of what to do, and then we were just like, ooh, Roman Torchwick from Ruby, his sigil thing is a jack-o'-lantern face, so we modelled our jack-o'-lantern face on his sigil. I
thought that was what it was, because I was like, that looks like really familiar. I was like, I'm not sure if that's the fanboy of me just saying, me just putting it in my head that's what it looked like. But no, it looks really cool. I like that.
Cheers. Yeah. And then I posted that around the place. Actually, I put it on Instagram, on the Rooster Teeth site, and on my own website. And I was like, yeah, I'm really happy with how that little blog came out. And I'm really happy with how the pumpkin came out as well. Actually, when it's got a candle in it, it's going to look very good. But Spencer commented on it saying that he never thought to cut out the bottom of the pumpkin. So but if you cut out the bottom, then you can easily put a candle in it and then put the big rest of the pumpkin over the top of it, rather than trying to precariously drop a
candle
into it and hope it lands correctly. So it's yeah, that's a good idea that we had right there. So yeah, And then I've cut grooves in the pumpkin as well so that the candle won't move around. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I get to experience American Halloween. Like, actually go and see kids that are dressed up. I'm going to dress up as a dinosaur. So there's likely going to be pictures of that later. Me and my fluffy dinosaur onesie, yes!
Oh, nice. You have one of those Kigurumi things?
Yeah. And, yeah, I like it. It's real comfortable to just, like, wear around the house.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, yeah, I might actually wear it outside as I don't really have a costume right now. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Is Halloween a big thing where you are? Are there going to be lots of, like, kids around? I guess you might be working, so you won't really get to experience much of it.
So I am going to be working, but I'm not sure if my work is going to do those things where it's like, oh, if you come to... Because some kids go to, like, their local mall and will trick-or-treat there and they'll hand out candy there.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this job will do that, but, I mean, I'm going to a little small, like, just potluck after work. But I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just me or just in my neighborhood, but I was talking to my coworker. We feel like Halloween isn't as big as it used to be. Like, because I could walk down a house or down the street and see like maybe one house decorating. Whereas it used to be like a bunch of houses going all out and everything. I think people are just getting more ready for Christmas right now than Halloween.
Fair enough. Seen quite a few houses around here that are like fully decorated for Halloween. But I don't really have anything to compare it to up here. Like, say, you know, back in England, it is where I live in particular, because it's like apartments and like narrow houses. The street gets dressed up for Halloween, but the apartments just absolutely do not. And so, because I'm in like a top floor, I just don't get bothered at all. So I never even plan for any Halloween of any kind. I just stay hidden away and dress up as a dinosaur. Incidentally, it being Halloween the same day.
Didn't you get the Kigurumi for your birthday? Was it? Or...
No, I bought it ages ago.
Oh, okay.
I think I got one. I think I got a unicorn one for Rachel, and at the same time.
Okay, that was it. You got her one.
Like, yeah, I ordered one for myself, and then the one that I ordered for myself, like, didn't get delivered when it was supposed to, and they're just like, okay, we're returning it. So I got a refund for it, and then it turned up anyway, and I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, I eventually got it, so it was all fine, so I can dress up as a dinosaur.
There you go.
So, yeah, I'm going to dress up as a dinosaur and have a fun Halloween.
And I expect pictures.
Yeah, there will be pictures. There will absolutely be pictures somewhere, for sure. Probably on Instagram, but probably in other places too, like maybe Snapchat.
Fair enough.
Yeah, probably Snapchat as well. I don't know. Yeah, cool. Derek, where can we find you across the internet?
Twitter at twitter.com/Dr. Hairs. That's DrHairz.
Awesome.
And everything else with that username.
Awesome. I can be found across the internet at DestroyTopham or at Etherfar, depending on like where you go. And there's a whole bunch of them, like Twitters and Instagrams. Cool. So Derek, thank you very much for being my guest this week.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Bye.